Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be about Google Drive and its sharing options and what problems we encounter when we share our folders with other people and that they can't synchronize it with their own Google Drive to open all the folders offline. Alright, so let me explain what I mean. So firstly, you can see I'm logged in here to this account Flippin' Lacquer, and this FLS folder is shared with the DBW Tech email. Alright, so but this is still flipping like a Spice's email, and I shared this folder. You can see I can access this folder offline. I shared this folder with the DBW Tech's drive. You can see it's shared with me, and also it's on in my drive, and I can access it. Yeah, so everything I change here, it will automatically change for the owners folder as well, and I can access this stuff offline. If I change it here, it changes it everywhere. Alright, so firstly I'm gonna show you the problem now. Alright, so this folder I shared with my other mail. Alright, you can see it was shared by DBW Tech and it's not in my drive. Okay, so since Google Drive updated their policies and whatever, the files that shared with you is only accessible in shared with me folder. So now what I can do, you can see if I open my Google Drive here, there's no files here. Alright. If I right click on this file, I can't say move to, but I can say add shortcut to drive and make that shortcut. And if I go to my Google Drive now, there's a shortcut. But the problem I'm having with this is if you open that, it's not accessible offline. It takes me back to the online Google Drive. And then the problem with that is if I want to access a file someone shared with me, I have to download it and to re-upload it to the shared folder. Alright. The privacy settings is just for the main folder. What I can do is I can go into the folder and I can say move to, and I can move it to my drive. But the problem with that is if I move it to my drive, it takes it away from everyone else. So then no one's going to have access to that folder anymore because I moved it out of their drive. Alright, so firstly, let's delete the shortcut, remove it. Then you'll see it's not on the drive anymore. Right, so what you have to do is the owner of the folder that created the file, they have to say share, but I already shared it. Okay, so what he has to do next is he has to click on that files and he has to say, he has to click share again, right click share. Let me just do it again. Right click share. Then he has to go to advanced. Alright, so now you can see all the mails I shared it with. Alright, so now how to get by the new settings so that the other person can also access it offline is you have to go to his name and you have to change it to they are the owner now. You can tick this tick box if you don't want any of the persons you shared your folder with to share it with other people. Alright, so you can tick this box, prevent editors from changing access and adding new people, so that they can just have access to the folder and they can't share it. But that's if you just want to. Alright, so now to fix the problem is you have to say make that person the owner, save changes. Alright, it's going to ask you, are you sure? You're going to say yes. Alright, now it's saving and you say done. Now if you see, if I go back to that Google Drive, now it's automatically here. So now I have access. It's still synchronizing, so it might take a while for all the folders to come here. But now you can see it automatically came to my drive. It's not just shared with me anymore because now I'm the owner. But now what that other person has to do is give you back the ownership. So now he has to right click on that file again that you transferred ownership, and he has to click share, advanced, and just give back the ownership to the original owner and click save changes. Yes, done. And now you see it's on both. It's on my drive and shared with me. Now what you can do is you can remove the shared for me, but it's gonna still be accessible by collaborators because of you had ownership, but now you transferred it back. So now you can see I still have access to this folder, but now I can open stuff offline, edit it, and it will also change. Alright, so let me just go back to the owner of the folder. You see it's still on my drive. Share, advance, and now you see the ownership is transferred back to me. Alright, so just how to test this. So now this folder is shared with three persons. Firstly, it's shared with the DBW Tech. So now I can add here new test text document and say test DBW Tech. Right. I can go to the folder we had problems with, and you see now that test appears here. New text test varies. Alright. Now I'm going back to the original Google Drive. You see I'm just working not online anymore. And you see here's all that folders. Now if this person tries to change this test flip and lacquer, save, you can see the synchronizing again. I go back to this person. Test varies. Let's give it a chance to synchronize. Takes a while. not that long. You see, there it goes now. There's varies. Oh, there's flippin' lacquer. And now if I go to varies, there's flippin' lacquer. Alright. So this is how to bypass the new policy of the Google Drive. So remember, the owner of the folder has to go to share. He has to firstly transfer the ownership to the person that had the problems. They can't access the file. And immediately when he gives ownership to that file, it will start synchronizing to that guy's folder. Another thing to remember also is to check. I'm on the internet now, but for me to access those files offline and when I get back to on the internet and it wants to synchronize back to it, you have to change the settings. Yeah, and you have to check that this offline. Create and open editor recent docs on this device while offline. You have to always make sure that is ticked and just done. But that won't influence the settings for you to access the file in my drive. Alright. And also just to remember, if you give ownership to that person, go to his drive and just transfer the ownership back. So yes, that's all for now. I hope this video helps. Enjoy your day.